Reboot your credit card with Apple Card. It gives you unlimited daily cash back that can earn 4.15% annual percentage yield when you open a savings account. A high-yield, low-effort way to grow your money with no fees. Apply for Apple Card now in the Wallet app on iPhone to start earning and growing your daily cash with savings today. Apple Card subject to credit approval. Savings is available to Apple Card owners subject to eligibility. Savings accounts by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC. Terms apply.
At Toyota, electrified doesn't just mean plugified. So you can go off-road in a hybrid Tundra and take the scenic Routified. Or step inside a plug-in Prius and get glamified. Or hop in an all-electric BZ4X and take it easyified. Toyota is electrified, diversified. And the more ways we can choose to reduce carbon emissions, the closer we all get to Toyota's Beyond Zero vision. Toyota, let's go places.
Hello. From Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month, we're talking about trendsetters, women whose vision, style, and willingness to break barriers changed culture, from what we wear to how we behave. A striking, dark-haired woman with hazel eyes rummages through a village store in Ireland. It's the kind of shop that sells everything: flour, sugar, even coffins. But what is this woman looking for? Aha! There it is. Carefully, she pulls out a bolt of red flannel cloth from one of the bins. She has this idea to make a red flannel skirt to capture the essence of Ireland. Little does she know it would catapult Irish fashion to the international stage. Who was the woman who started it all? The Dior of Dublin, the Empress of Irish fashion. Let's talk about Sybil Connolly. Sybil was born in Wales in 1921, the daughter of an Irish insurance man and a half-Welsh, half-English mother. After her father's death, Sybil moved to Ireland at the age of 15. There, she only received 2 years of formal education. But she was always a bright girl with a curiosity for the world, especially fashion. In 1938, Sybil moved to London. She became an apprentice at Bradley's, a prestigious dressmaking company. Queen Mary was actually a customer of Bradley's at the time, and Sybil would often hold pins for the dressmakers as they measured Her Royal Highness. After a few years, Sybil returned to Ireland and started working for another fashion design company. There she advocated for using traditional Irish fabrics rather than modern Parisian designs. But her ideas were largely ignored. Despite all that, Sybil was finally given her chance to shine. In the early 1950s, the designer left abruptly, and Sybil was given free rein to design a clothing collection of her own. But what would it be? Inspiration came one evening at twilight. She was walking along a country road and stopped to talk with a few little kids. When their mother came out to call for them, Sybil saw what she was looking for. The woman was standing, framed in the door of her whitewashed cottage. She wore a bright red plaid skirt, and around her shoulders was a traditional black shawl. This experience is what led Sybil to go digging in the local village store for red flannel fabric. Using traditional Irish textiles and forms, she debuted her first collection of clothes in 1952. An editor from Harper's Bazaar saw Sybil's work, and he was immediately impressed. Sybil's designs were comfortable to wear and made out of a luxurious pleated linen that moved with the body rather than staying rigidly in place. The editor made sure other American press and fashion buyers got to Ireland to see her work firsthand. At the time, the hotspots for European fashion were France, Italy, England. But thanks to Sybil's designs, Ireland was now also on the list. Life magazine featured her designs on the cover. It was a romantic photograph of a model in a white crochet evening dress draped in a traditional vibrant red cloak. The headline read, "Irish Invade Fashion World." From there, Sybil began jet-setting. She hosted fashion shows across the US and Canada, and even Australia. In the 1950s, a woman traveling around the world to promote and run her own business was rare, to say the least. But Sybil's beauty and good-natured commentary made her an immediate sensation in America. She was soft-spoken and quite funny. When the Daily Mail asked why she hadn't married, she said, "For the moment, I like to buy my mink and diamonds myself." In her heyday, Sybil took on unique assignments, like designing new uniforms for 3 orders of Catholic nuns. But more commonly, her clothes were worn by some of the wealthiest Americans. When Jackie Kennedy sat for her official White House portrait, she was wearing a pleated linen Sybil Connolly dress. But Sybil's design stayed the same while the world moved on. In 1959, the New York Times remarked that in her new collection, she, quote, showed tweeds as she always has and always will. Sybil's refusal to change with the times meant she lost touch with consumers. In the 1990s, her clothes looked exactly the same as they had decades earlier. But Sybil kept designing. She worked on interiors and partnered with Tiffany & Company. She also wrote books about gardens and Irish crafts. Sybil Connolly died at home in Dublin in 1998. She was 77 years old. Despite her decline in popularity, Sybil's influence on the world of fashion is undeniable. She took traditional Irish garb and made it a staple part of the American woman's wardrobe. Before Sybil, Ireland was a relatively unknown player in the world of fashion. Sybil put Irish clothing design on the map. All month, we're talking about Trendsetters. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. As always, we'll be taking a break for the weekend. We'll be back on Monday with a brand new theme. Talk to you then.
When you're an American Express Platinum Card member, don't be surprised if you say things like,
Chef, what course are we on? I've lost count.
Or,
Shoot that!
and even,
Checkout's not until 4, so...
because the American Express Platinum Card offers access to exclusive reservations at renowned restaurants, elevated experiences at live events, and 4 p.m. late checkout at fine hotels and resorts booked through Amex Travel. See how to elevate your experiences at americanexpress.com/withAmex. Don't live life without it. Terms apply.
Summer may be over, but the beach is open. Whether you're a longtime Bachelor fan or have never seen a single show, this season of Bachelor in Paradise is for you. The premise of the show is pretty straightforward. You've got 20 beautiful singles living on a beach with one goal: to find lasting love. There is sure to be romance, laughter, and complete chaos. Bachelor in Paradise, Thursdays on ABC and stream on Hulu.
No matter what you're a fan of, Texas has the trip for you. There's the trip to Texas and the trip. Or maybe you're the kind of fan who'd prefer a trip to Texas or a trip. Either way, go to traveltexas.com/getyourOwn for the only trip to Texas that matters. Yours.